Mind and brain tricks to save money 15 ways. If you've ever had the goal of saving a significant amount of money, and when you've tried in the past but you gave up quickly, it may not be your fault. How your mind is programmed determines how you think. Similarly, someone who goes on a diet and can only resist the temptation of their favorite chocolate cake for a day or two requires much discipline and sacrifice. How your mind is programmed determines the way you think, and if saving money feels like punishment, then there's no way you'll ever be successful at it. How your mind is wired or programmed determines your perception of saving. Fortunately, since the human mind is not fixed, we can readily change how we feel about saving. Hi, allow me to welcome you to another video of Finance Sense, where we cover all the latest trends in the financial markets and the economy. In this video, I'll talk about brain and mind tricks to save money in 15 ways. So make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to our channel, and turn on the notification bell to keep posted. With that being said, let's start. Number 1, pay in cash rather than using a card. Watching a large amount of cash gradually decline in size with each transaction is really unpleasant. But that's the pleasure of paying with cash rather than a credit card. You can practically see the money slipping out of your pocket, which forces you to carefully consider every purchase. When you buy something with cash, you have to think twice about how much it's really worth. This isn't the case when you buy something on credit. You have this illusion that a card is a bottomless honeypot. Therefore, you continue to dive and plunge until you finally discover that you have an enormous debt to repay due to everything you purchased at once. This causes you to spend all your money and accumulate debt instead of saving. Is it the most excellent course of action to spend the rest of your life battling debts and interests? Number 2, imagine yourself as wealthy. Imagine yourself having more money than you have now, and it will help you save a ton of money. A larger house, a faster car, and more flashy clothing. Imagine having all of these things as well as the luxury of being able to pay your bills on time each month without having to live paycheck to paycheck. You'll be more aware of how much money you spend each day if you keep this image in mind. You'll constantly be reminded of how much money you're spending away from that wealthy version of yourself with each unnecessary spending. Number 3, convert prices to working hours. Would you prefer $300,000 in monthly installments rather than a large sum of $1 million cash today? Most individuals would choose the first choice. Even though one could earn 3 times as much with the second choice, most people would still opt for the instant million. Why? Because as humans, we always choose the one that provides quick pleasure. This is why you need to use mental tricks to stop splurging money blindly without considering how many hours of labor it would take to earn the same amount again. Number 4, put everything in writing. How often have you forgotten to pick something up at the grocery store even though you repeatedly reminded yourself? There is a reason why grocery lists are so popular. Making lists may seem cliché, monotonous, or corny, but it's always helpful. Your mind can only hold so much information. Shopping lists, to-do lists, and financial goals, put them all in writing. These plans and lists might assist you in becoming more aware of your goals. It's more important to have a plan of action. For instance, if you write out your financial goals, you'll know precisely what measures to take to cross them off the list. Even better, it could inspire you to create a detailed plan. Number 5, plan financial dates. Similar to how participating in book club activities keeps you on top of your reading game, joining clubs like these for financial prosperity can help you stay on course at all times because the prospect of being the only person in the group who did not meet their savings goal is humiliating. Since no one wants to feel embarrassed, you'll be cautious to ensure your spending habits and savings align with your goals. Number 6, begin small. Everyone you see today who has a big bank account and savings account didn't magically appear that way on Earth. Instead, they made gradual progress toward it. Everybody starts small, and that is often where we all end up. Savings is no joke, especially when you're working on a tight budget and you'll need a lot of self-control to set aside a small amount for your savings account. Don't worry about your account's present size. It will have significantly increased within the following decade. Number 7, employ the stranger test. The stranger test is a useful mental exercise to help you push yourself to save more money. Although employing this strategy adds additional motivation, saving needs a lot of discipline. Imagine a stranger providing you the choice between the clothing item you've had your eye on and the equivalent amount of money. You'll choose the money over the dress if your priorities are in order, since it's more tempting. Every other time you want to buy something, try this out, and before you make a purchase, consider if you are fulfilling a need or a want with your money. Use the stranger test after being completely honest with yourself. You won't regret it. You'll see that your money is increasing significantly after a few years, and before you know it, you'll have enough to last you for a year or two. Number 8, envision your desired outcome. The execution of the strategy comes after the goal has been established. Many people fail to complete this phase because we frequently overlook the factor needing the most mental effort. Visualizing your goals is an excellent method to set your mind on the path it needs and encourages you to put your best foot forward. Imagination is wonderful for the mind. You'll discover that you become more resilient and disciplined by envisioning the goal's results, since the vision in your mind motivates you to accomplish the desired goal. Although there may be difficulties along the road, your mind has already been trained, so you won't second-guess yourself. Would you want anything less after experiencing the royal lifestyle? The same holds true when establishing goals. Once you've established a savings goal, use this strategy and wait patiently to reap the benefits. Number 9, make use of the power of pre-commitment. Make a promise in advance and follow through on it. A good example is the savings obligation, which many people fulfill when they are enthusiastic about saving money but stop doing once they lose that enthusiasm. In order to identify the reasons why you aren't saving, be proactive and exceed your savings goals. Once you commit to something, there is no getting out from its influence. Number 10, take advantage of transitional moments. It's necessary to go from one place to another in life. Accept each stage of life as it comes and all the little accomplishments that come with it. Make the most of opportunities by learning something new by using them to your advantage. When you reach a financial milestone, use it to motivate you to the next level. Number 11, keep track of minor regular purchases. The understanding and management of small, regular purchases is another underappreciated mind trick. Small, frequent purchases may seem insignificant, but if you keep track of how much money you spend each day, you'll be shocked at how much you lose. Ultimately, good money management increases one's capacity for saving. One of the leading causes of impulsive spending is small purchases like shopping and takeout. By keeping track of your purchases, you can develop healthy management practices. These behaviors will also increase your margin of savings. Number 12, put more emphasis on generating money than saving money. Sometimes the agony of putting aside a specific portion of your salary to go into an account where it merely sits about and accomplishes nothing is greater than the benefit of it. By concentrating more on earning money than on saving money, you might avoid this negative feeling when you are saving. This is because having more money will make saving simpler for you because you won't have to give up a lot of your favorite hobbies. Even so, being conservative with your spending is still a wise financial move to make in order to achieve the level of wealth you desire in the future. Number 13, always have a change jar. It used to be fun to put a coin in your piggy bank only to realize that it was already full. But when we got older, we stopped saving in our piggy banks. It's time to start keeping a change jar around your home to nurture our inner child. The sense of satisfaction and feel-good hormones you'll experience when you can no longer fit any change in will provide the motivation we all need to continue saving. Number 14, consider what is genuinely essential to you. Collectively, we are currently more interested in following trends than anything else. The problem with this is that trends change throughout time. We stop using something once we become accustomed to it, and it's no longer considered fashionable. It's a waste of money to do this. The simplest method to get around this is to consider the actual value of the item you want to purchase. It's a good idea to avoid buying the item if your want to own it stems from a desire to blend in with a specific group of people. Choose something affordable and valuable if you're looking for something important, like a car. Number 15, round up your savings. Rounding up your funds is the finest thing you can do for your savings strategy. This approach works by rounding up the amount you spend on an item to the closest dollar. The difference is then immediately saved into another account. For instance, if you round your purchases to the nearest dollar, a pair of earrings costs you $1.50, even though they should have cost $2. So 50 cents are immediately transferred from your spending account to a different savings account. This is an easy method to get your mind to start saving money without experiencing financial strain. Hi, it looks like you've reached the end of this video. Thank you for watching thus far. Please subscribe and give a like if you enjoyed it, and comment your thoughts below in the comments section. This is Finance Sense, helping you keep up with all the latest trends in the financial markets and the economy. See you around!